Just a bat. A bat on the hunt for headpats. Just a misunderstood mango-munching menace. Scary, menacing, frightening, and mango-crazed. All words I've heard used to describe me in the small handful of days that I've lived in Ponyville. Can you believe it? Mango-crazed? I mean, really, what a common cliche, am I right? I mean, sure, mangoes are like some of the best fruits in existence, and just the thought of them makes my mouth water in anticipation, but if I'm going to be honest, pineapple and citrus are the far superior fruit. Still though, the first three couldn't be any further from the truth. Sure, the sharp fangs and scary bat wings probably don't help, but on the inside, all we really want is just some cuddles and head pats. You wouldn't believe how hard that is to get sometimes, especially when every pony just runs away from you like you're some kind of scary monster. So, what's going on here? Why am I telling you this? Well, that's easy. I'm telling you this because today's the day that all of that changes. Today's the day I finally proved that we're not just a bunch of big scary bats that only come out at night. Well, that was the idea, at least. I guess some things are easier said than done, but that didn't stop me from trying. So there I sat, on top of Ponyville's town hall at the break of dawn, waiting to pounce on an unsuspecting market and show the world that I wasn't a scary monster. As the sun slowly started to rise, my attention was pulled back down to the market below. Already, I could see a hoofful of ponies trotting about, unaware of the adorable attack that they were about to witness. I had taken extra care to look as fluffy as I could possibly be that morning and had picked out my best pair of socks, apparel that was statistically proven to make even the scariest looking pony 150 times cuter. It was go time, and I was ready to strike. Giving myself one last look over, I gracefully leapt from the top of the tower and glided down to the market below, taking care to swoop around the towering town hall, finally coming down to an almost impossibly soft landing. Already, an assortment of the assembled ponies took notice of me, greeting me with a strange look that almost seemed to convey a sense of confusion and curiosity. No doubt that they were all primed and ready to flee at the sight of such a scary-looking creature, so I'd need to plan my next move carefully. I fluffed up my chest and started to cheerfully trot forward, meeting their confused stares with a toothy grin, putting my scary fangs on display for the whole village to see. In retrospect, this was probably a terrible idea, but none of them had run away in fear yet, giving me a small burst of confidence that my plan was working so far.
Good morning,
I cheerfully shouted out at one of the nearby Pegasi, who gave a short, almost hesitant nod in return.
Morning.
She slowly greeted me.
You're awfully cheerful today, aren't you?
I excitedly nodded.
Uh-huh, you bet. Just having a perfectly fun and not scary day.
She hadn't run off yet, but she still flashed me a look that screamed, something's not quite right. I couldn't tell if she was afraid of me and merely waiting to see what would happen, or if my plan was starting to work.
Everything okay? Of course,
I cheerfully replied back.
So, how are you doing today? I'm, fine, I guess. Just getting some running around done. What about you? Oh, just enjoying this wonderful morning. Trying to show ponies what a nice and not scary pony I am.
She paused for a moment, her face softening.
You've had problems in the past with that or something?
Here's the part where things got a little surprising. I didn't expect her to actually hold a conversation like this. I mean, ever since I moved here, ponies had run away at the sight of me, so this was definitely an unexpected twist. Had my plan actually worked? Because it sure seemed like it.
Well, I guess, yeah. I've been here for a week and ponies all seem to just run away from me whenever I try and say hello. You're actually one of the first ponies that stopped and just chatted away.
She replied.
Well, why do you think that they did that?
I actually didn't know how to reply. As far as I could tell, I hadn't done anything too frightening.
I don't really know. They all just kind of ran off after my first night here. Well, that doesn't sound right. What happened on the first night?
I started to comb my brain, thinking back to that.
Well, I guess I got a little hungry and went out to find some fruit to eat, and my memory's a little fuzzy after that.
Her eyes flashed in realization for a moment.
Oh, you're that fruit bat, aren't you?
My heart sank for a moment, and I started to think that I'd blown it.
Fruit bat? No, I'm just a fluffy bat, not some scary monster. No, that's right. You're the bat that went off on a rampage, eating up all the fruit that you can manage to find.
She replied. I hesitated for a moment, letting out a small sigh.
Right. I guess you heard about that. The whole town has. So, what's up with the act? Why are you acting so... odd?
I finally let my cheerful facade down.
To tell you the truth, it's because I'm trying to show every pony that I'm not just some big scary monster. I guess I gave a bad first impression or something. So you're acting overly cheerful instead? Yes,
I replied.
to show every pony that I'm not scary. Uh-huh. So, what do you want from this?
I paused, not sure what the actual answer was.
Some headpats, I guess? I mean, I didn't think I'd get this far. I kinda just expected ponies to run away from me, like they did the other night.
She let out another laugh.
You just want headpats? That's really what all this is about?
I nodded.
Uh-huh, sure is. I guess just to prove that I'm not scary.
She rolled her eyes and shook her head, raising up her hoof and gently patting me on the head.
Does that help?
A big, goofy grin spread across my face.
Actually, it does. Good. Name's Cumulus, by the way. Guess we never really had a chance to make a proper introduction. Cumulus. Nice to meet you. I'm Moonlight. Well, Moonlight, just a heads up, ponies probably ran off from you because you were frantically running through town, eating fruit like a bat out of Tartarus. Trust me when I say that they're definitely not afraid of you.
My eyes shot open.
They're not? For real?
She laughed again, giving me another head pat.
Trust me, they're not.
You know, there's nothing better than reading some cute, spooky October fanfics every now and again to just warm our hearts, before screaming in horror from people who like to see us shit our pants. Now let's hop on over to our very spooky donators. Top donators, Dash of Evergreen, Peter Coulthard, J Tin Man, Darkside, and Ponyman. CourierCruz CI, Delta Omega, Strix, RuneScythe9852, dospo, Ryanny Dragonwolf, Secret Moon, Tallrascha, Sword Brethren Mordred, Cerberus, Starlight Glimmer, Squiddy Boy, David D. Sanchez, Soul Dragon, Gaggy, Trey, Shadow Drake, Joe Piercy, Alex F., Rainbow Dash, TLK Anderson, and John Becker. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Live life to the fullest, and scare a poor soul today.